So we're gonna do another Paragon mod today. This one is the TACK shooter. This one's made by Greenphx, so shout out to him for making it. There was another mod I want to cover for TACK though in the past. That was made by Jones. However, it was made last update, and this update, the Paragon mod has been broken. And unfortunately, it's been MIA, so it hasn't been fixed. That means we're gonna have to try out, well, a different mod. So this one's called Fiery Doom. It's insanely expensive, 1.3 million. Description: flaming tacks and blades are so hot that not even purple balloons are immune. Yeah, I don't know why it costs so much either. But let's check it out. So let's go, degree 1. I forgot to enable the instant degree mod in this one, but I'll make sure I remember it for degree 100. But let's just take a look how this goes. Round 140, let's begin. Looks pretty accurate to me if you ask me. Constant blades, like a blade maelstrom. And this insanely looking Inferno Ring effect. Pulses about the speed of the Inferno Ring ball, but it goes in every direction instead of seeking. And if balloons get close enough to the attack, well, you see that the attack zone, hot attack zone spikes come into play. And yes, global range, although it's really just the blades and the Inferno Ring effects. I wonder how much the Inferno Ring actually does. You might notice a damage spike here. It's hard to say, really, with all the blades in the way as well. It seems like they do about 20 damage. That's what I see the increment as, if you look closely. Also, given that it's $1.3 million, we should expect this thing to last quite a while. It also probably should like quite a bit, but surprisingly, this hasn't been as laggy as other mods I've played, like other Paragon mods, despite the fact that it's constantly shooting out blade maelstroms and the Inferno Ring effect. You would think this would cause a little more, again, FPS drops. But I'm not seeing on that, so that's good for us, I guess. So yeah, while it is smooth, sorry for the compression bitrate. It's probably going to be pretty bad. Yeah, take a look at this. We're on 30x speed, I think, 10x speed. Looking very trippy. The blades don't even look like they move at this speed. Super hypnotic. In fact, this is probably better for the compression slash bitrate, so maybe I'll just keep it on super fast forward. It's not often where super fast forward actually lags less than 3x or lags the same amount, but this is good. I like this. Why in the world does it take camo? A good question. I think it's because just the Inferno Ring meteor takes camo. As long as one of the upgrades in the tower, in the entire tower, has camo, then the entire Paragon will have camo. That's my guess. Like, yes, it does make sense that if maybe only the Fiery Pulse should hit camo, but I don't think that's been the case so far for stuff like the Boomerang. Yeah, if it worked that way for the Boomerang Paragon, then only the Spinning Clays would hit camo and the rest would not work. Which would make Boomerang Paragon even worse than it already is. Not that it's bad, but I think a lot of people have come to the consensus that Boomerang Paragon is the worst of the three in the game right now. Yeah, this OP in just degree 1, I think Greenphx went a little bit ham in the damage numbers. Might want to tone it down a little bit, at least in price, because there's no way the real TACK will, like, cost 1.3. That's probably the price of what a Super Monkey Paragon would be, if I had to guess. Yes, it'd be a problem if a 1.3 million can't pop camo, but don't forget there's a Vengeful Tree Sun God that exists. So yeah, it's a shame that I couldn't see what Jones had in the other mod for the TACK. However, I did actually check it out, and once, without actually recording it, and I think it had an ability that shot out Inferno Ring balls, and I think that would be pretty cool. Like, maybe instead of just plain Maelstrom blades, it would be shooting out Inferno Rings, like the Inferno Meteors, in a Maelstrom pattern. I think that would be pretty sick for a real Paragon, a real TACK Paragon. Not that there's anything wrong with this right now. Yeah, it's basically a Dan Maku 2.0. In case you didn't see that mod, that was also a pretty good one. Also, without even noticing, we're at round 180, and I don't think anything's come close. So yeah, definitely a little bit unbalanced. Like, just imagine what degree 100 would be if degree 1 can already get past 200, seems. I fully expect to get past 200 because, you know, TACK zone, good against Moabs. Literally anything that gets in the middle of this TACK here gets annihilated immediately. You can see with the bads. The moment they enter the closest part of the TACK, just instant death. Isn't the fire burst on the things just 100 meteors? Well, they look a little tinier. They don't look like Inferno Ring meteor balls to me. Although maybe I could be wrong, and they're just intensely stacked. They look like fire pellets, like, you know, from maybe a D-breath or something like that. Slow it down and see. Yeah, that's not a meteor. It's something between. Yeah, this is about as brain dead as it gets for a Paragon. You just drop it, and you can't micro it, so whatever rounds it dies to, there's no point retrying last round. Which I guess is good on my sanity. Yeah, I think this is probably going to surpass degree 100 everything. Every mod. Every Terra mod we've seen. Alright, 200. This is the only thing I could get potentially far. But you see it? Not even really halfway. And so that'll be an easy win. Easy. I think 220 plus is looking like a possibility for degree 1. Definitely a bit overtuned if you ask me. No questions about it. It's getting close. Oh, yeah. 213. That was a little tough. I'll slow it down if I see a fortified bad. Sneakily get far. I wonder if any of the attacks are hitting the pierce cap. I'm looking right now. I don't see any of the attacks, like... You might notice if you see attack missing in this pattern here. But so far, I'm pretty sure this thing has enough pierce to hit everything. It looks like, yeah, maybe 2 more rounds, 3 more rounds. The thing is, balloons coming in the bottom path will not get affected by every single attack, because I put this guy a little bit higher up. Maybe it'd be better if it was lower, so that it can affect this part, but then it'd be a little worse for this second last, so it's kind of a win-lose situation. Yes, it looks like it has infinite pierce, but that's only because it has so much pierce, and there's not enough balloons late game to notice that it does not have infinite pierce. That's the kind of thing with a lot of Paragons, and why I keep saying giving pierce buffs to it doesn't do much. I mean, in terms of, like, degree 1 versus degree 100 pierce, it pretty much doesn't make a difference in Paragons. I think each round you can see it inches slowly further and further. So, 220 sounds about accurate to me. Yes, degree 100 will get to literally round 300, which is oh my god, I might not even have, like, enough rounds here in this game setup. Okay, we can't see if we've done to 220 because there's no bads, no fortified bads that round. Slow down. Every fortified bad is a potential for death. Ah, yes. Oh my god, if it was a fortified bad last round, I could have been spot on with my prediction. I'll do one more try to see if that was a fluke, but most likely it's not. Let's see if, like, slowing it down would help at all. Slow down. Watch this. Yep, it works. Yeah, and proof that fast forward makes your game a little bit worse. Okay, this round's definitely for sure death, though. Like, if I scrape by leaking cerams that round, there's no shot. Plus just 2 of them here. Although I guess stacking doesn't matter if this thing has infinite pierce. But this is death for sure. No shot. No shot. Yep, no shot. So 222 for degree 1. Not bad, I would say. I forgot that challenge editor ends at 300, so I actually can't go past that round unless that exploit still exists where you can get past the max round. Although hopefully we never have to get to that point. I swear to god if this thing gets past 300, I will flip a table. So let's go. Now the thing is, first off, we have to ask ourselves, does this actually shoot faster than degree 1? Like, generally it should be twice as fast, and I think it is. The tacks for sure. The maelstrom, it doesn't seem like 2x to me, but maybe I'm just, I'm blind. I can just certainly see this. The tack zone tacks certainly shoot faster. The Inferno Ring attacks, I think they're faster too. Yeah, I guess I assume so. Yeah, and if you didn't know the exact stats, it's about like 80% faster from degree 1 to degree 100 on every attack, assuming they all use the same formula, which at the moment all the real Paragons do. Yes, not to mention more damage too. Just watch the fortified bads here, yeah. They literally die like after the first go through. I would count like 4 pass-throughs near the attack. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The fact that a fortified bat only can't get past number 1 right now. Guys, I think we'll be here a while. Now let me just put it on super fast forward again, and let's get it trippy. Let's get it looking trippy again. Wait, so how far are our bats getting in the mid 250s? They don't survive past number 2. Yeah, I would say at least. I don't know if 300 is possible, but maybe 20 more rounds? Because remember, I think the ramping, like, the scaling goes up quite a bit once we get into 200s. Apparently it's like plus 35 additive HP per round. So that certainly adds up over time. Yeah, so take a look at the wiki. On round 152 plus, each Moab class balloon additively becomes 35% stronger and 35% faster. So that certainly should speed things up in terms of, well, when we will die with this guy. Also, I don't think I ever realized this, but on round 300, apparently all balloons have a 75% chance of ignoring stun effects. I did not know that was a thing. And apparently on round 350, all balloons have a 50% chance. I don't know why it actually goes backwards. I don't know if the wiki is telling us something that I don't know. But yeah, that's a thing. Also, here's the thing too, on the wiki. Round 200,135. I wonder why that number instead of just a flat 200k. As if anyone would ever get to round 200k in first place. Basically, it says Mob Health is 70,000 times the round 80 value. And it stops gaining health at that point, but the speed keeps going up. Honestly, at that point, bads would exit in 1 frame on logs. At least that's my guess. 275. How are fortified bads getting? How is it not getting past bed number 2? That's crazy to me. Weren't these fortified bads, like, getting the same amount 20 rounds ago? How come it doesn't look any stronger to me? Weird. So basically, the fortified bads now have, like, 200,000+ more HP than round 260, but for some reason, it's not dying any later. Although I guess it is. Although it's just slowly getting further and further. It's not a noticeable difference, which is crazy to me, because this thing, yeah, it's getting past 300, and there's nothing we can do about it. How many pops does this thing have? Let's take a look. 1.9 million. I think it's gonna hit the, it's gonna hit 2.147 soon. And when that happens, I'm not sure what happens to the pop count. But I think it stops counting. Or it goes negative. We will see. Good thing we caught it in time to reach exactly 2 billion. Well, let's go. 2.147, guys. And yeah, we're going past it, okay. So, we can answer that. They've coded this in more than 32 bits. So yeah, either 64 or 128. Well, there's no way we're gonna find out. Unless we go to round 200,000. Maybe someday in 2032. When we have a computer strong enough to handle this getting to 2 to exponent 64 pops. Oh, hold on. We're actually slowing down a little bit. Slowing down a bit. I don't think we'll die in 3 rounds, though. Just judging by how this fortified bat's going. Like, watch this. Nah, there's still plenty of time. These are just fortified ZMGs that will die instantly when they get to the middle here. Well, looks like I'm gonna have to flip a table. That is indeed true. Last round. I wonder why they capped challenge editor at round 300. It would be fun to try, you know, rounds above 300. Granted, people can mod them, but I mean, I like to have non-modded players have a chance to create games past that. So GG, 555 TACK, accrue in 2.4 billion pops. That's a lot of damage. One last thing before I go here is I want to just see the damage, like, at its maximum capacity, aka when bats turn to spend. I'm gonna see a degree 1 and degree 100, because I wasn't taking a closer look that time. So first off, number 1, and let's see the damage count go up. How much damage per second at its most? Looking like close to 100k per second. Unfortunately, not good enough to beat a fortified bat on its own. This thing will probably kill the bat before it even gets to the corner. My guess. Yeah, I don't think this thing has enough HP to handle. Yeah, no chance. That was like 250k per second at its most. Hard to say. One more time here with this pad. Oh yeah, I think that's more than 250k per second. So yeah, talk about OP. Again, definitely lower your expectations for when the real time comes out, because I don't think this is quite accurate to how strong it would be.